Hey everybody, or perhaps I should say ho ho ho. It is Christmas Eve and I'm down here working on my native tank. And I'm using some of those melamine sponges. They are commonly sold under the brand name of Magic Eraser. And I'm really impressed with them. So I want to talk a little bit more about that tonight. I had a few other ideas of videos I wanted to shoot, but being that it's the holiday evening, I figure everybody else is going to be wrapped up doing their other stuff. So we'll make this a fairly short video, and I will just talk about these melamine sponges, and we can get to the other stuff later. So first of all, I was asked if these sponges can be rinsed out and reused. I don't know if they can or not, but I don't really see any need for them to be. They are very inexpensive. I purchased this 48 pack for $9.99, which means each individual sponge is about 20 cents. I then take a razor knife, just a simple common utility knife, and I slice that in half, which gives me two 10-cent sponges, and then I slice them this way, and I get 6 sponges. So that little sponge right there is about what we're working with. Cost a few cents. Here is the one that I've been working with. You can see how thin it is, and you can see how green it is. And I stopped about 2/3 of the way across because I want to show you what I've been doing. This is a 125-gallon tank. It is 6 feet long. And you can see, because of all of the crazy amount of light I have on this tank, there's a lot of growth going on this glass, and believe me, this stuff on this end is not the worst of what was on there. This is about average for what it looked all the way across the whole board. So I've already done all of this much of the tank so far with this one piece, and I actually wanted to see if I could do the entire face of a 125-gallon tank with one of these little tiny sponges. I assumed I could with a 55-gallon tank, but with this 125-gallon tank, it will be a different story. This tank also, let me readjust my position here. This tank also had green spot algae on it, which is really stubborn and difficult to get off. Typically, you don't wipe the green spot algae off. You got to get a credit card or a razor blade or a scraper of some sort. The green spot algae is really tough stuff. In fact, we're going to be talking about that in an upcoming video here really soon. That's what I was thinking about tonight. These magic erasers allow you to just gently wipe over it 3 or 4 times and the green spot algae is gone. These things are amazing. I'm not kidding. And because of the way it's got a micro porous structure, it just hangs on to the junk that it collects. I mean, some of it wipes out into the tank, obviously, but a tiny amount of it compared to, I used to use this stuff. The filter material that I used to wipe the glass down with this, and it's fine to do, especially if you've got really easy to wipe off algae. This kind of algae is actually called green dust algae. I just learned the other day. Again, we're going to be shooting a video about algae here real soon. I've learned a few things over the past couple days when I was looking into the green spot algae. But this algae wipes off the glass with just, you can sneeze on that stuff and it just comes right off the glass. So you might not necessarily want to, use one of these. But again, we're down to, what did I get it down to? About 3 cents a piece. I mean, you're probably looking at that much for a piece of this stuff to cut off. Maybe not 3 cents. But again, I'm not too worried about using these as disposable glass wipers. So there you go. I'm going to keep on going on with it. We got a good portion of it because the upper portion, this is where the thick growth was, down here is much thinner. And we've got it all in here. I'm going to go ahead and use that to finish off this glass. So I will once again put a link down below to these melamine sponges. This is a 48 pack for $9.99. And as I said in my other video, if you're willing to wait a little while and you want to get them really generic and shipped from China or whatever, you can get like 100 packs for $5. You can get them really ridiculously cheap. It's just melamine sponges. When they're sold under brand names, they jack the price up. But the product has been around for decades. It's been used as thermal insulation, both for hot and cold, and it has also been used as sound insulation and sound dampening. material to soundproof and to sound dampen in libraries, recording studios, etc. So the melamine is not anything new or terribly expensive. It just depends on where you buy it and how it's marketed. So don't go out and waste your money on the Magic Eraser brand. Buy just plain old melamine sponges. It's the exact same thing. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you real soon on the next one.